गाइस बेसिक हो गया. Now let's get back to home.
Viability gap funding is provided when the projects are economically justified but financially unviable. The public healthcare falls solely under union list. Healthcare is an example of a merit pool. What is the right answer? Please let me know very quickly. What is the right answer? Viability gap funding, VGF. Viability gap funding is provided when the projects are economically justified but financially unviable. Yes, just wait. The public healthcare falls solely under the union list. No, right? It is under the state list. Healthcare is an example of a merit pool. Yes, healthcare is an example of a merit pool. Two of the three statements are true. Right option for the question will be option B. Only two are correct. A lot of you have given correct answer, by the way. I'm happy. You should also be happy, by the way. Please pat yourself on the back.
Happiness is very costly.
Just pat yourself.
वरना भी अच्छा लग रहा है.
A good job there. Don't pat so hard that you will have a fracture. Let's go forward. Second article. Child marriages, a social scourge, right, of or the social menace of child marriages in India. What are the important points? Earlier, I am pretty sure all of you remember this. Those who have attended the session earlier. In this month itself, there was one article associated with the child marriages in India. That is, various places in Rajasthan have been identified. These places have very high instances of child marriages. We want to implement a particular policy in order to reduce and eliminate child marriages. Reason being, the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, right? Specifically under SDG, that is SDG 5.3. SDG 5.3. Right? This is the same slide that I've used earlier. So under the SDG 5.3, there is a target to eliminate child marriages by 2030. And the government of India last year implemented an initiative by the name of Bala Vivaha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. So last year this initiative was implemented by the government. This year it has completed 1 year, and as a part of completion of 1 year, I hope all of you remember the government of India has announced 100 days program, right, to basically again promote and reduce the instances of the child marriages. Now what are the other important points you need to get from this article? This is an editorial article. In case of India, no doubt the instances or the cases of child marriages have reduced. Have a look at the data. According to the National Family Health Survey, NFHS 5, 2019 to 2021, the cases of the child marriages have declined from 47.4% back in the year 2005 and 6 to 23.3% in the year 2019 and 2021. But having said so, right, should we celebrate this particular reduction? Yes, to a certain extent, yes, it is a cause of celebration. The instances of child marriages in India have come down. But having
come down, ऐसा तो नहीं हुआ है.
Today we can see that the child marriage
अभी बहुत है.
Prevalent, very much prevalent in India. And another issue of concern is that there is a reduction in the cases of child marriages in India. But even today we can find the reduction is not uniform throughout India. The reduction of child marriage cases have not happened uniformly throughout India. Even today there are certain pockets, certain districts in India, certain states in India where the instances of child marriages are very, very high. Despite the state government implementing reforms, despite the central government implementing the reforms. For example, in the context of child marriages, the central government has implemented the Prohibition of Child Marriages Act. The Prohibition of Child Marriages Act, right, 2006. This is one, right, piece of legislation which has been implemented. In addition to this, there is also POCSO Act, right? So different reforms or the policies have been implemented by the central government. And not just this, even the states such as, best example, West Bengal. Even the states such as West Bengal also have implemented various policies or various schemes in order